In this video, we're chatting about everything that is wrong with my Honda Civic.
Turn me up, bro. Shout out to you. Yeah, bro. What's Sean? Sleep.
I bought this 2007 Honda Civic 1.8 6-speed manual at WeBuycars for 67,000 Rand. And in this video, we're going to chat about everything that's wrong with it. And there are quite a few things. Now, firstly, this 1.8 petrol engine only has 163,000 kilometers on the clock. It's got a full service history, mostly at Honda, and it's got a 6-speed manual. The clutch is fine, the engine is fine. It gives 17 kilometers per liter. It's just an amazing drive. I drove this back from WeBuycars a few weeks back after just quickly inspecting it for a few minutes, and it didn't give me any issues. But there are a few things that need sorting. Now let's start on the outside. First thing that you might or might not be able to see is this dent here on the front fender. I'm not too worried about that. There's no paint marks that's missing, so hopefully it's just a quick fix. We'll try that DIY on this channel. Then there are a few scratches here. The car is quite low and you can see the cable tie there on the bumper. So hopefully we can sort that out. Not too big a worry. The headlights are fairly faded. This middle bit is fine, but these two has been faded by the sun. So we'll see if we can sort that ourselves as well. And that's part of why I bought this car. There's a whole bunch of stuff that scares me, cosmetic stuff. I'm not great with that. Mechanical stuff are easy. You just unbolt and bolt back on. But cosmetic stuff takes a bit more attention to detail. So lots of skills that we can learn. Before we continue, I want to thank everyone for all the support. I'm truly humbled about how many people are watching and commenting on the videos. And if you want to support this channel in saving more old cars, I've created a Patreon account. The link's in the description. But otherwise, just liking and subscribing really goes a long way in supporting this channel. And it's totally free. Thanks. Back to the video. Then something else that's quite funny, I don't know how that happened. There's a missing wheel nut on the front right hand wheel and on the left rear. Let me know how you think that happens. Anyways, it's got 4 good Dunlop tires at each corner, so that's always a good sign. Let's take a look at the interior. Something that I've dealt with before on my SLK that was the worst job ever is a sagging head lining. And that was easy because it was small. In this case, it's a big one. So that's not going to be fun, but I'm up for the challenge. On the inside, there's no floor mats. That's a pity. And it's difficult to find one because this pedal is in the floor and not from the top. So you can't put something underneath. So I might have to cut one for that, but that's fine. Not a major issue. These trim pieces are quite faded. So I'll take them off and repaint them. Let me know if you have any tips for those. Then on the inside, this is the first thing that I spotted at WeBuycars. It's a broken handbrake lever. So if you pull it up, you have to push your finger in there to let it go again. So this needs sorting. That is not original. It's very ugly. So I'll get a second, or I'll get a new one for that. Then 2 other issues on the inside is that display there has missing pixels. That's quite annoying, and initially I thought, oh, that's going to be expensive, but apparently that happens to all of them and there is a fix for it. So we're going to sort that out ourselves. And then this. Do you hear that? It was actually much worse. And I initially thought it was a bearing or something, but the sound changed yesterday. So I think there's a leaf or a piece of paper stuck into the blower motor. So we're going to take that out and sort that out. I think it's going to be fine. I don't think it's something that's broken. And then finally, the most serious issue that I picked up when I inspected the car already was that the car, it goes up to temperature fine, but then when you coast downhill, especially at low RPMs, the temperature drops all the way to the minimum. And what I think is the issue is that the thermostat is either stuck open, which is better than stuck closed, or someone took it out. And that means the engine takes longer to warm up and it cools down when it's not working hard. And the problem with that is it will run rich and the fuel consumption will be higher. But if it was stuck closed, it would be overheated. So I drove home 200 kilometers, no issues at all, but I'll sort that out. I think it's going to be quick, cheap and easy. Now that's basically it. Let me know what you think. Did I make a big mistake or was this the steal of a century? Thank you for watching. See you in the next video.
Got so much cash on me, it look like I robbed a bank. Hundreds and fifties in my pocket, I feel like a safe. Get in your bag or something, you talking cash, I ain't having none.